Hey guys, Nicholas Zart here with FishUSA, and we are on Lake Erie, and right now it is the heart of worm harness season. Our worm harness season usually starts around 50 degrees and typically goes all the way throughout October. You know, with those worm harnesses that we have, those 6 to 8 foot worm harnesses, there's a few different blade styles and there's tons of different colored backs that we use. Primarily today, with the water being warmer, you know, we're doing 2 to 2.5 miles an hour. We typically like to choose a willow blade or a double willow. These willow blades typically seem to run better at higher speeds, where in the springtime when we're trolling a little bit slower, these number 5 and number 6 Colorado blades seem to do the trick just as good as well. So this is a number 5 and then this is a number 6 here. As you can see with all these 3 different blades, they all have different color backs on them. You got green antifreeze, you got chartreuse, there's pink, there's gold. There's a lot of different colors of backs of blades, just like there is crankbaits. When you're running worm harnesses, you know, and you're running 4, 6, 8 rods, whatever you're running, it's really nice to put a variety of color, different backs out and kind of let the fish clue you in on what they want. So, you know, like today it was a lot of copper backs, gold backs. I believe we had one purple back in there. But you know, tomorrow the conditions can change. It could be cloudy, sunny, stuff like that, and those color backs might change. Once, you know, 2 staples on Lake Erie that have always been great is gold and copper backs. Gold and copper really, you know, they relate to either a perch pattern or we have a lot of bugs in this lake and they feed on bugs. So both of those color backs are pretty much great all times of the year. But willow blades are great for when the water's warmer and you're trolling a little bit faster. You're doing that 2 to 2.5. The Colorado blades are great from 1 mile an hour to 2 miles an hour typically. And typically in those colder waters, you're gonna wanna troll worm harnesses slower. You're gonna start out by doing 0.8 to 1 miles an hour. And as that water warms up throughout the spring and into summer, your speed also rises. So you're gonna get into that, you know, your 1.5, 1.8, and now, you know, we're in the dead heat of summer here. It's August, the water's 70, 75 degrees, and you can start doing that 1.8 to 2.5 miles an hour, trolling dipsies, stuff like that. In the springtime, we troll a lot of inline weights or tadpoles, and we use a lot of Colorado blades. So as you can see, we have a giant selection of blades here with tons of different colors, and you can go crazy with them. But worm harness fishing is an absolute blast on the lake. Sometimes the worms will actually target a little bit better grade of fish than a crankbait or a spoon was, and there's nothing like feeding a worm back to a fish and feeling that thump and reeling that fish in.